Clover cheese is for those who love life, where everything falls into place and melts away our cares, adding joy and stretching our imagination. Clover, for the love of cheese.
Made with love by Clover.
Welcome back to our Zim-inspired menu with Chef Tapiwa. Now, if there is ever a triple threat recipe, that has to be our next one. Well, Chef Tapiwa cooks up an ox tripe served with what he calls Trinity pap, composed of 3 different types of Clover cheeses in one single serving of pap. Now, that's what we just call elite. Now, Chef Tapiwa, I just think that this is such an innovative dish. Delicious, yummy, flavorful. What do our viewers need?
Okay, so for this to happen, we obviously need your tripe, which is our meat. It can never be a meal without meat in Africa. We all know that, right?
That's true.
So we've got our tripe, and then over here we've got our oil, our milk, our cream, our peanut butter, and any veggies that are easily accessible to you. So in this case, we're going to be using some carrots, some onion, and some celery, and some crushed garlic. And then we're going to be having some seasoning into it. And yeah, we're going to be making that ox tripe with peanut butter.
That's I mean, essentially, when it comes to Zim, peanut butter seems to be a staple. It seems as if whether it is with your porridge in the morning or whether it's in a tripe stew that we're creating today, that peanut butter flavor is definitely just repeated throughout. Why is that?
Well, back in Zimbabwe, a lot of people are subsistence farmers. So, you know, in supplementing or to supplement on our protein, the easy thing that is readily there is peanut butter. So you get, you know, kids that are stunted, that have got stunted growth. Yeah. So to avoid such, we try to use as much peanuts as possible. So I'm gonna start with my veggies. I'm gonna saute everything. I'm gonna throw in my onion. I'm gonna just enough, generous, and then some carrots, generous portion of carrots. We don't want to take over, and then some celery and. There we go.
Okay. While you're doing that, Chef, I'm going to get started with our pap as well, because we are serving it with some delicious elite pap. And that's what we like to call it, Balisa, elite level kind of pap. Because this pap is not just simple and plain. It's using those ingredients that you have in front of you, Balisa. 3 cheese, trinity of cheeses. We've got some Gouda, we've got some cheddar, we've got some feta, all complements of Clover.
Yes.
Quality ingredient, 100%. Cow's milk, so you know definitely it's quality. And Balisa, it's elite in the fact that you know that you never have to worry about what goes into it. So it works perfectly inside our cheesy pap today. What I'm doing here is I've got some water that's been boiling, salted water, because you know how I make my pap, I have to add that salt. And into this, I'm going to hoy my mealie meal. And like my mother or grandmother taught me, you don't use a fork, you don't use a spoon, you use a wooden spoon. It's the only way to get that right consistency. And I just chuck it all in there, and the whole idea is to make sure that it's nice and soft enough, but also it is firm enough. So let me just put it in there, and I'm just going to make sure that it holds its form. And then all you do now is you let the steam make sure that it goes all the way into, you know, the right process. So I'm just going to cover this with a beautiful lid. And I've got some butter that I'm going to add at the very end with those cheeses that are going in there. So, Chef, you've started sauteing your ingredients there.
Yes, Chef. So I love my veggies crunchy. Okay. So I'm not going to do them for a long time. I'm going to take them off the heat, maybe in the next 2 minutes or so, put them aside to rest. And then I'm going to take my peanut butter. I'm going to put it in the very same pan where the veggies are coming from. I want the flavors to absorb, to infuse, or to mix around. And then I'm going to take back my veggies at a later stage after putting in my peanut butter, my cream, and then I add in my tripe.
Okay.
And then I just make the whole thing, and that's how you come about your peanut butter tripe. So from here, our veggies, they are kind of done, so I'm going to take them off.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you're removing the veggies, and then what are you going to add?
I'm going to remove the veg, and then I'm going to put in the peanut butter.
So you're making like a sauce first?
Yeah, I'm going to make a sauce first before I add, because I love, it depends. I personally love my veggies crunchy, and also that kind of preserves them. So if you overcook them also, you're kind of killing them further. Okay. So there we go.
Do you, chef? Do you? Awesome stuff. Palesa, how's it looking there with the cheese?
Hi, very, very good, girl. I've already got the feta ready for you.
Perfect.
And I've also got the Gouda ready for you. What I loved about this Gouda, it was just so easy to kind of pull apart. They've made it super simple, making it in sheets and slices in case you want to put it in any type of sandwich. But here, I just crumbed it along with the feta, and I'm going to hand that over to you whilst I'm getting started on the cheddar.
Awesome.
Now, I do love myself a good cheddar, and you know, cheddar for me is the everything in one. So I'm definitely going to add cheddar because Chef did say it's a trinity of cheeses.
Yes.
Okay, awesome stuff. I see that sauce coming together, Chef. You've got some plain yogurt in there. You've got some peanut butter. I mean, those are flavors I never thought to put it together, especially in a tripe dish.
Yes.
But do you want to just throw in everything else so we can see exactly how this comes together? So
then we
add
in some milk, for our consistency.
To loosen it up, basically.
To loosen it up. You can add as you go. Okay, I'm gonna be adding because you don't want it to solidify and have lumps. So keep on stirring because once you stop, you know, you have lumps in your peanut butter or in your sauce.
Okay.
So just keep on heating it until you get that right consistency, that runny, creamy consistency of your peanut butter and plain yogurt.
Okay.
As you can see, there goes all the milk. It's coming out. And yeah.
And on that note, Dumi, here is the cheddar as promised. It looks, I mean, it smells delicious.
I know,
absolutely
Palesa.
Delicious.
You can never go wrong with a good quality cheddar, you know. I'm going to get my elbows into here and work this pap of ours because what I want to make sure of here is I've added a bit more water because I remembered as I was cooking that we're going to add some cheese into this. And obviously, if you're going to add any additional ingredient into your pap, it means that it's going to get harder. So instead of worrying about, oh my gosh, I have to start all over, I just add a bit more boiling water. It's always important, add boiling water to it. So I'm adding the boiling water into this. And our pap is almost cooked. All we're going to do now is we're going to take the tripe and then serve it all together into this beautiful, delicious, tasty dish.
I'm looking forward to that as well. Keep mixing up, keep enjoying. We're definitely almost there when it comes to our cook-along, ne?
Okay.
Definitely, Chef. So now is the point where you're adding your...
So I've added my tripe, as you can see.
Okay.
It's not going to be long until I start adding in my veggies. And then we reduce the heat so that we're going to reduce, it sautés nicely.
Okay.
So, Chef,
I'm adding the veggies, as you can see also now.
On that same note, when it comes to just the old school way of creating this dish, how then did you make it modern and add your own twist?
Well, in this case, back then we would just have tripe plain with peanut butter.
Yeah.
So now I've added veggies. My grandmother would slap me if she sees me putting in veggies into this. But then just to touch on the modern part of it, I'm sure you can see there are some nice colors out of it. You've got some purple, some green, some orange from the carrot.
A little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything, you know, something that just calls you, that just, you know, appetizes you before you even dig in.
And on that note,
there we go.
Thank you so much. Now, nothing but elite quality, elite taste, and elite texture. To get the recipe, just head over to afternoonexpress.co.za.
Clover cheese is for those who love life, where everything falls into place and melts away our cares, adding joy and stretching our imagination. Clover, for the love of cheese.
Made with love by Clover.
Viewers ready for an absolute flavor explosion. So what do we have coming up next?
Next, we're going to be having some kidneys. I hinted Tumi on it. Tumi, are you...
I'm ready for it, actually. I just want to show people how beautiful this dish looks, Palesa. That tripe looks good. The cheesy Trinity pap is there. It's done and ready to eat. But I'm definitely looking forward to those kidneys.
Well, all of that when we return.